In this Baking a Difference how-to video, I'm just going to talk through stencil making, simple stencil making that you can do with participants in your Baking a Difference groups. And this is really to try and achieve, this sort of pattern, or a pattern of some kind on the buns that people shape. So this was one that I made several years ago actually, and it's just such a simple pattern. It's made with lino and it's just a little flower, and once dusted with a sieve and some flour, it just comes out with a lovely little pattern. And there are several ways with participants in Baking a Difference that you can actually do this, and it's quite handy to have pieces of card, maybe multicoloured, so that people can choose, again giving people choice and encouraging them to make decisions for themselves. Get them to choose a coloured piece of card. I'll go for a yellow, and we'll just put that to one side. And to get a cookie cutter, and what you do is encourage or help the participant to hold down the cookie cutter and just draw around the shape. Now you may well find that people find this a real challenge and perhaps don't come up with anything, or not as clearly defined as the shape that they are using. And it's really a matter of just seeing something in what they've done, and so that when you take it away, you can then complete it for them, but not tidy it and change it completely so that it's perfect. Because as with the rest of the Baking a Difference project, it's not about perfection, it's about doing their best and really being proud of what they have achieved. So we have there a little love heart pattern, and what you can do is you can get everybody to do these. They can do more than one. Encourage them or ask them to sign their name. Perhaps they don't write their names very often now, perhaps it's done for them, but on this occasion, if you can encourage them to sign their name, make their mark that you know is theirs, and put that on the card. Because you can then take this away and cut out the shape, so that the following week, when they shape their buns, they can then dust the shape onto what they've created. Another way of doing it is to use tracing. So to make a shape, I've got this one laminated, but it doesn't need to be, just to create a shape on a piece of card, and get some tracing paper, there we go, and put it over the shape. And you may remember this from your school days. You might want to stick it down with some glue tack so that it doesn't slip all over the place, but be warned that some people might think that they can eat that, so just keep a watchful eye on them, but you'll know the people that you're working with and what people might do. And then what you want them to do is basically go round the shape, and again it may be quite rough and it might not be very obvious. So once they have done that, and they have their shape, what they really need to do, and this is for perhaps for the more able participants, is to really draw and make very thick black marks all round their shape. And it's very rough, it's not accurate, perhaps it's not perfect, but it's theirs. And once they've done that, again they can choose a colour. We'll go for dark green, and to turn it so that the very thick mark is face down, and then get them to again press hard and draw all the way, so that you are transferring the pencil mark onto the card. We don't need the circle, so we're just going to lift that off and we have the shape. And again, they can sign their name and you can take it away and cut out the shape so that the following week they can dust over it onto their bun and create that cross. You can also perhaps create initial letters that people can use, and that's quite a nice touch as well. The final way that you could create something to draw around is using a potato. And this is quite good fun. Basically, you just need to get a largish potato and cut a nice thick slice. And this is quite good for people who need, like with a cookie cutter, who need something to grip hold of and perhaps can't do the tracing paper. And again, you just cut out a shape and create something that they can draw round. So that's basically it as far as stenciling is concerned. Obviously, if you have ideas of ways that you can create stencils or encourage your participants to create patterns with flower on their buns, then do share it with us because we would love to know. And I hope that that gives you another activity that you can use with your Baking a Difference groups.